so let's talk about kind of what we went over today. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're working on, more of that shot that has to fly at least halfway, run halfway, or further, right? We basically kind of want to get that ball up in the air a little bit more, minimize that rollout on these shots right now. So we talked about very narrow stance, which you pretty much already had, but we want to be pretty square, okay? We don't want to have that left foot kind of opened up because we want the club to move down the target line when we're chipping, okay? So it's okay to have the front left foot flared out if it makes it easier for you to kind of rotate through, okay? But we want to have the toe line nice and square. Second thing, and I'd say actually the most important one, is being stacked evenly with our weight, right? So we don't want to have all this weight in our left leg and then have our upper body tilted back, okay? Because the low point where we're chipping is going to be where our sternum is. So if our sternum moves back, our low point's going to move back and it's going to cause mishit, okay? So when we get set up, we want to have our head, our chest, and our weight and our lower body all in line, okay? So it's going to feel and maybe even look left or in front of the ball, okay? But what that's going to do, it's going to help encourage a downward strike, which is what we want, okay? And it's going to encourage a consistent bottom of the arc every time if we keep that weight there. Remember, if we move it, whether it's forward or back, it's probably going to move the bottom of the arc, okay? And if we start moving that, no matter how good our hands are or how much face awareness we have, it's going to be tough to make a consistent strike because of where it's at. Like, we don't have as much room for error in this as we do an iron shot, okay? And then I'd say the last two things are really keeping those hands really soft, forearms real soft, because we want to feel the weight of the head throughout the entire swing. We want to feel like that's the heaviest part. We want it moving the furthest. We don't want the handle moving a long ways, okay? We want the head moving a long ways and kind of that handle staying in kind of close to the body, all right? And then for your release, I think we kind of move that release from the right hand kind of moving over and letting the toe roll over, which added a lot of what? Roll out. We want to kind of see that face work and that right hand kind of work more under and keep that open blade a little bit more. So not only do we maintain that loft, but that gets that ball to land softer when it hits the ground. Okay. Looks really good. Do you have any questions about anything?
I mean, to make these changes, do I need to a couple times a week or try to get out half hour a day?
I would say for you, some mirror work, just kind of making sure that what you feel is what's really happening.
I have a big mirror in my house, so I can actually do that.
And then I would really work on even if you just did some at home where you don't have to chip, but if you just kind of worked on that hand movement, just working differently through the hit, working more under, you can almost think of it as like an underhand toss.
I can kind of feel that way.
Doing that as much as you can, obviously, putting time in, chipping, is obviously going to help as well. But I would say, because the setup is going to be so foreign, that maybe seeing what that looks like, having somebody that can just say, hey, can you take a look at this? If I'm not around, to see if that's what you're actually doing, then that would be good too. But I'd say for you, the stacked with the weight is number one, okay? And then I'd say kind of the new release is probably point number two.
Okay.
Okay? Looks good, man.
Thanks.